Good afternoon, it's Wednesday the 10th of April here at Embedded World 2024 and I'm joined by Marta Barbero, Product Manager of Arduino. Marta, thank you for joining us today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And today we're going to be talking about the latest release of Arduino, the Portenta C33 Mid Carrier, 4G modules, Nano Matter and new cloud features. So why don't we start with yourself? Could you give us a brief introduction to you?
Of course. So I'm Marta. I joined Arduino around 3 years ago, and I'm currently product manager, and I'm managing the full system of modules product portfolio in Arduino. I think many of you are already familiar with Arduino, but mainly for the maker and educational market. But I'm coming from the professional one, so the enterprise solutions for all our customers.
Okay, excellent. And now just a brief rundown of Arduino. As you said, many people are familiar with the educational side. Maybe you could tell us about the side that you work on.
Yeah, definitely. So the Arduino Pro line was born roughly 3-4 years ago from a really good reason, which is we had whole our community, a really great community that was already used to leverage Arduino products in multiple education and maker application. And then we thought all these people, all these hobbyists, all these makers out there, all these students are already familiar with the Arduino way of working, but they are also at the same time developers in a company or hardware engineers in a company, no? So they can basically leverage the same kind of skills also in the enterprise market. And this is the reason why we decided to build this new product line of Pro products, so that everyone that is already familiar with Arduino in their everyday, let's say, activities can leverage the same skills in the industrial market with solutions that are actually compatible with the industrial requirements. So certified products, industrial temperature range, security, everything embedded in all the Arduino products.
Okay, excellent. Well, so let's talk about the new Arduino Matter firstly. Can you give us a product overview?
Definitely. So here it's the new Nano Matter. Nano Matter is basically a really compact device with Matter capability. Matter is becoming a really popular connectivity standard in the smart home environment and building automation because it's really reliable and also really easy to be used. So we embedded a Silicon Labs chip in this board with Matter capability over Thread and Bluetooth capability, and in a really small form factor that make it really applicable to many different applications, and at the same time with low power capabilities. So you can leverage this product in multiple kind of environments without worrying so much about the power supply.
Okay, fantastic. And for those who perhaps aren't familiar, can you explain the Matter standards?
Of course. So Matter is a new standard, as I was mentioning, that is becoming more and more popular in the smart home applications because it's really, really easy to be used and really, really reliable. So you don't need anymore to have a connectivity based on Wi-Fi, Ethernet, that sometimes they drop, and so you have maybe your lights at home that are no more connected, you cannot control them from remote, etc. But with Matter, and with the fact that Matter is already available in all the assistant apps, like for instance Google Home, Alexa, or Apple Home, you can control any of your devices based on Matter from remote, from anywhere you are. Even imagine to build your own device that is doing that for you with the Nano Matter.
Okay, fantastic. Well, so you've just went through a couple now, but maybe we can list some other benefits of Nano Matter.
Yeah, so as I was mentioning, it's a really low power board. It has multiple connectivity options. Other than Matter, also Open Thread and Bluetooth 5 make it really, really reliable. In addition to that, one of the main benefits is the fact that in such a small form factor, we have also plenty of resources that are exposed into these castellated and header pins, where you can easily solder a header or just solder the board on a custom carrier, and you have access to plenty of peripherals, serial interfaces, IOs, whatever you need in order to build your own solution. And since this is an ideal solution for prototyping, over USB, we have also debug features. So if you need to debug your project and understand if it's working, if it's not, which are the reasons behind that, you can just do that through the USB port that you have over here.
Excellent. Well, you mentioned a little bit about about the chips on this board. I was wondering, can you tell us any more specifications about the product?
Of course. So as I was mentioning here, we have the MGM24 from Silicon Labs, which is a really powerful microcontroller based on an ARM Cortex M33. In addition to that, we have more than 1 megabytes of flash and also quite huge RAM in order to run any example, any sketch that you would like to develop with this solution. Bluetooth, hand-thread, open-thread connectivity, Matter connectivity, castellated pins and also pins where you can solder MKR headers, so that have access to analog, digital IOs, PWM, UART, I2C, SPI features, and 2 buttons. That one is for the reset, another one is a user button, so you can basically program it for any kind of application you might want to have with your product. And the USB, both for power supply, for programming, or for debugging, as I was mentioning before.
Okay, fantastic. So what sort of applications is this product suitable for?
Multiple applications. Of course, let's start with the smart home, smart building application, because these one are the most popular currently for the Matter standards. So you can build your own lighting system based on Matter. So you can just program your board to be a light bulb, because we have plenty of examples that explaining you how to do so. And then you will have full control over the lighting of your apartment, of your home, from remote, thanks to the easy compatibility with, as I was mentioning, Google Home, Alexa, Siri ecosystem. And so you will just provision this board on the corresponding environment, the one that you prefer, and with your voice you can just say, please switch on the light in the kitchen, no? This kind of application. Or either, I don't know, open up my curtains, whatever you prefer to do with the Matter in the smart home environment. But this is not just the only kind of application that you might have, because also in the industrial automation there are plenty of possibilities. Nano Matter is becoming popular also in this kind of environments, because imagine to have one of these Nano Matter included in each of your machine in a production line. No? So you will have a full chain of machines that will be able to speak with each other, instead of having an external supervisor that needs to know all the time, okay, the first machine is paused, so I need to tell the second one to stop, because otherwise I will create a mess in my production system. You will just have these boards that will speak with each other and interacting, say, okay, I need to pause because I have an alarm. Great, the next one can maybe slow down its operation in order to be compatible with the intervention on the first machine, or either speed it up depending on the production capabilities that might be improved over time, whatever is needed, without needing, as I was mentioning, an external supervisor, an external system above everything. You would just have multiple pieces that will speak together.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
So you mentioned a bit right there, but I was wondering, how is Nano Matter a game changer for those looking to interact with Matter-compatible devices?
So it's a game changer because right now most of the Matter devices are devices that are already built for a specific application. So you have the Matter light, you have the Matter thermostat, you have the Matter environmental monitoring system. While with the Nano Matter you can program whatever you like. So it's your choice to decide to have a light bulb, to have a thermostat, to have an occupancy sensor, whatever you would like to do. And you will have plenty of examples there, all compatible with all the different assistant ecosystem. That you just need to flash on the board. You will have a QR code that you can directly scan with your smartphone, with your Alexa app or Google Home app. And your product will be automatically provisioned there for the specific use case you were thinking. So light bulb or even thermostat, whatever you actually are looking for to build.
Okay, and the Nano Matter is available for purchase now?
Not yet, unfortunately, but it will be in a couple of weeks, so really soon. And so everyone can get its own. And we are really looking forward to get any feedback from the community that we start developing with this new standard for Arduino.
Oh, excellent. Okay, moving on, let's chat about the Portenta C33. Can you give us a product overview?
Of
and
course.
What are the technical specifications of it?
Okay, definitely. So here is the Portenta C33. As you can see, it's a larger form factor with respect to the Nano Matter, but plenty of resources. So the Portenta C33 is based on a microcontroller from Renesas, the RA6M5, which is also a Nano Cortex M33. Then in addition, it has 16 megabytes of flash, so a lot of memory to upload any sketch that you would like to run for your project. It has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capabilities. It has battery power supply because it's a really low power board, so you don't need to have power always connected. You can just plug a battery and forget about your project for a while. And then in addition, it also has a secure element, which is really important in the industrial environment, because with the secure element you can do like secure boot, you can store all your certificates, you can have encrypted communication with the cloud, also the Arduino cloud. And you will have also plenty of peripherals exposed either in the headers or castellated pins on the sides of the board, but also on the bottom of the board. Unfortunately, you cannot see it now, but there are 2 high-density connectors with 80 pins each, so it means 80 signal each with plenty of options. So analog, digital I/Os, CAN interfaces, serial interfaces like SPI, I2C, UART, PWM, really plenty of things that you can build around. You just take this board, you can plug it in any carrier that you might like to leverage, and you will have plenty of things ready to be done.
Oh, fantastic. Well, how easy is it to program?
It's really easy. So it's as any other Arduino product. So it's fully compatible with the Arduino IDE. This means that you will have on the IDE a dedicated core for this board with a lot of libraries already compatible out of the box and a lot of examples. So you can just take an example, drop it in the Arduino IDE and run it, and you will see your board doing whatever you ask her to do. In the meantime, of course, Arduino style documentation. So as usual, we have the compatibility with our tutorials, a lot of application notes. So you can just Google docs.arduino.cc and you will find plenty of examples in order to understand where to get started. And last but not least, the compatibility with Arduino Cloud. So with Arduino Cloud, we are able to remotely update the device, to program it remotely, and also to show all the data coming from this device on the dashboards in the cloud. So imagine you have a temperature sensor connected to the board, then you can check on the cloud, which is the temperature of the room in which you installed the solution.
Oh, fantastic. Well, moving on to prototyping, how does it enable a frictionless and effective prototyping experience?
It definitely does. In particular, when you combine this product with another solution that can be the Portenta Mid Carrier. So here, in this specific section, you just plug your Portenta C33 and you will have access to all the peripherals on the high-density signals. So you can start prototyping without really any effort. You just add all your cables you need and connect any external device that you might need. So prototyping is getting a lot easier, and you can even debug the application through the JTAG connector over here, and you have full control of the prototyping experience with your product.
Oh, excellent. Again, let's talk about the product specifications of the Portenta C33.
The Portenta C33, when combined with the Mid Carrier, you have access of an Ethernet connector, you have RTC battery backup, so in case you need to back up the status of the RTC, USB, you have 2 CAN lines, so you can connect multiple stuff, one with onboard transceiver and one without. We have 2 cameras connector, one MIPI camera, this one, and one Arduino camera, depending on the board you have connected, because this product is not just compatible with Portenta C33, but it's also compatible with Portenta X8 and Portenta X7, which is the other Portenta family system of modules. And we have a display connector, so you can connect external displays, including, for instance, the Giga Display Shield. And then, really importantly, we have the Mini PCI Express connector. So with the Mini PCI Express connector, you can connect multiple kinds of modules in the Mini PCI Express core factor and add additional connectivity of features to your solution.
Oh, fantastic. Regarding the Arduino Pro 4G model, I understand you've just released it. Can you tell us more?
Of course. So these are the two Arduino Pro 4G models. It's available in two variants, one for the European market and the other one with global coverage, including the US and Europe, of course. So basically this product has the capability of providing Cat4 4G connectivity to your solutions. And so also with the 2G and 3G fallback, which means in case the 4G connectivity is not available in that specific region, it automatically can drop down to 3G or even 2G when needed. We are also providing a full set of libraries and examples with these two products in order to combine it either with Portenta C33 or other Portenta system of modules. So you have a system that is ready to be used.
Oh, excellent. Well, so by combining all these products, what does that offer your customers?
Well, by combining the Mid Carrier with the 4G modules and the C33, you are able to do any kind of remote application, because you can place everything together. You can install this solution in some remote location or even into plants of a customer that maybe is not willing to provide you Wi-Fi access because it doesn't want to overload the Wi-Fi system of its factory. So you can just leverage the 4G connectivity, have your system that is fully connected, independently connected, and you can remotely monitor the status of your project. Not only that, with the C33 and plenty of resources that you have on this board, you can really connect multiple devices. So camera, CAN devices, so connecting CAN with other machines, with other system in the line, or have access to any kind of sensor that you might be interested in including in your project. So you have an application that is actually ready to be deployed on field.
So what applications are we talking about? You mentioned in a factory, for instance.
Yeah, exactly. For instance, in the factory floor, you can basically bin your own gateway system, because you have different kinds of connectivity. You can also include this solution inside a smart kiosk, for instance, and so have control of all the different IOs of the smart kiosk, or in a vending machine. You have really plenty of possibilities with these solutions. So whenever you are ready to deploy it, it's just enough that you combine them all together, and you have multiple applications that are ready to be developed.
Oh, excellent. And these products you mentioned, are they compatible with the Arduino Cloud, and what are the main advantages in using it?
Of course. So all of them are compatible with the Arduino Cloud. And so basically, when you provision the board on the Arduino Cloud, you will have the possibility to perform over-the-air updates, which means that you have your project installed tons of kilometers from your office, and you can just, if there are any need to do any firmware update, go on Arduino Cloud, click a button, and the system will be automatically updated without the need to be actually there and to intervene on the field. Other than that, we can collect all the data coming from the different sensors, the different solutions you might connect to this system. And so the system will act as a sort of a gateway that we speak with the Arduino Cloud, and so all this data in dashboards like charts, if you want to do also hardware analysis, or you can have all this data shown in tables, in images, in case you would like to have images, whatever your application is capable of doing.
Fantastic. And which new features have you released recently?
So the Arduino Cloud basically changed a bit in the last few months, and the reason behind is that we got a lot of feedbacks from our community. As you know, Arduino has more than 30 million active users, which are a lot. So what we thought is that the cloud should actually be the mirror of what our community, our sort of virtual employees are looking for now. So we had all this period in which we collected the feedback, and then we actually developed a new cloud system with a new panel with the possibility to easily scroll between the different capabilities of our cloud. So a new and fresh user interface. Also a new web editor. The web editor is basically like the virtual and browser version of our Arduino IDE. So right now you will have a browser version. You will not need anymore, if you are not interested into, to download the IDE, but you can leverage the browser version. And you will have there all your sketches perfectly organized inside the sketchbook. You can create folders and so like visualize the different sketches based on the different projects. So I can have customer 1, 2, and 3 and the different projects perfectly organized so that everyone that will also collaborate to your project will be able to do so in a more effective way. Last but not least, we also release few additional features, which are the notifications. So you can get email notification or even notification on our IoT Cloud app on the smartphone. So whenever you have alarms or something going wrong on your machine, you can program it to get notified real time, and you can plan on-time intervention whenever it's needed. And we also release plenty of new widgets that can be leveraged by any of other users. So to for instance, new button, new charts, features, and new tables, and so on and so forth.
Oh, excellent. Very exciting. But just to finish this all off, we're at the DigiKey booth, of course. Yeah. So can you tell me how Arduino and DigiKey work together to deliver to your customers?
So the collaboration with DigiKey is really amazing because it gives Arduino the opportunity to connect with multiple developers out there, no? So many people that are actually looking for Arduino products can find a really reliable supplier that can provide them all the different products that they need in a really sustainable way. And we then just help DigiKey in doing so all together in order to address all the different applications that we would like to address together in the industrial automation, smart cities, building automation, and even agriculture market verticals.
Excellent. Well, it's been great having you here, and thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
It was a pleasure, a real pleasure, and thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.